Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. We're brought to you by the Navy Federal Credit Union. And how's this to start the season? Roommates. We had Maggie Bodman last week, and this week we get Mattie Gallagher, the roommate. And, Mattie, look, I mean, your life has been competitive. I mean, my goodness, I'm not sure there's a family on planet Earth that can look at your family in terms of competition and glow. Mom and dad that were D2 athletic stars, dad, of course, that coaches football now, and a sister that's enjoyed an incredible soccer career herself. My first question is, was every aspect of life in your home competitive, or could everybody ramp down a little bit and just kind of play it cool at home?
I think growing up, especially with my sister, everything was competitive. Like literally anything we did. Even with my mom, like sometimes my mom would be like, let's race. And of course my mom also, she ran track in college too. I don't think I could ever beat her. She was super fast. But with my sister, literally everything, shooting basketball, playing soccer, like school, nothing was not competitive. And I think that's helped me, especially being here. Like everyone's so competitive, and especially on the pitch. But no, I would say everything in my life has been competitive, and I think it will forever be competitive.
When you think about what it takes to get to the Naval Academy, the incredible competition, not only athletically, but academically to get to the academy. I mean, look, there's thousands of men and women that wish they could go there, great students, and still not necessarily able to break through. The fact that it was that competitive for you and you had that inner drive, did that help you on the academic side as well as much as it did the athletic side?
Yeah, I would think in high school, I always strive to get the best grades. I took a bunch of AP classes. With my sister going before me, I had kind of like a nice bump for me because all the teachers loved her. So that was always nice. But really, like academically, if I didn't push myself as much as I did on the pitch, then I would not be here where I am today, surrounded by all these like extremely smart and honorable people.
The fact that you had someone, a little serious moment here, but the fact that you had someone to kind of, you know, bump things off of, and someone who kind of laid that path forward for you, and could kind of be there when you needed it, not necessarily to be overbearing, but when you needed it the most. How much did it help to have a sister, be able to show that way?
Oh, my sister, I'm forever grateful for her. I had a lot of anxiety as a kid, and I think seeing my sister go, like I would do every single thing my sister did. She played basketball, I played basketball. She played lacrosse, I played lacrosse, like absolutely everything. And I think with that anxiety, seeing her succeed and seeing like how much fun she's had, it kind of brought me out of my shell. And like, thank gosh it did, because it brought me here, and it brought me to be playing soccer, be okay with being uncomfortable. So my sister has been like such a good role model to me. I'll forever be grateful and in debt to her, and seeing everything she does outside of soccer too, is amazing, and such like a leader. And I would love to hopefully one day follow in her footsteps.
Yeah, after 4 years of Loyola and doing your fifth year, at Johns Hopkins. So,
Yeah.
Loyola is a great school. And if you want to ratchet it up academically, let's go to Johns Hopkins.
Yeah,
And do
for real.
props to her, no doubt about that. Let's talk about you for a moment. Why you obviously a terrific athlete, participated in multiple sports, but what was it about soccer that allowed it to rise above the rest and really certainly fulfill your heart? Because I don't think you could come here and play at the Division I level if you weren't feeling it right here.
Yeah, so growing up with, my mom playing soccer, my sister playing soccer, like I definitely think goalie was a little bit of a late ad for me. I think it was because my sister was such a good striker that I was like, I got to get on the opposite side. Again, that competitive edge coming out, like I'm not going to let my sister score. But soccer for me was just an escape. Like every time I was out in the field, every time I was outside, like every time I come to practice today, like I'm with my best friends. And I think that is what puts soccer above all other sports. Like it's such a huge team, such a huge family. And like, everyone's going to be there for you at the end of the day. And on the goalie aspect, I think I just wanted to pick in my mind, the hardest job you could have on the soccer field. Be mentally sharp, be strong. And I think that my love for soccer will never die. And I'm extremely grateful for the sport, and I owe it back.
When you look at that position, it's such a unique position in all of sports. I mean, take any sport into account. It can be a lonely world at times inside that box for you. But what allows you to, as much have the physical skill, but more importantly, the mental skill that a goalie has to have to excel at that position?
Yeah, so it's a lot of resets. You're going to make a mistake. There's going to be a goal happen. It's just human nature. So I like to reset a lot. I either fix my gloves or something. Having that mindset of like next play is what gets me through being at this position. And I really think that's like really the whole thing I do is like next play, I got it, reset, learn from my mistake.
You mentioned the family that you all have there as the soccer program. And I have to believe that, when the soccer program is being headed up by one of the greatest that's ever laced it up for the United States, her assistant, Rob Blank, obviously has been there with her for many years. So when you join a program that has that type of continuity, did that help you, obviously, in making that choice, and the fact that there's just so much continuity and, on top of it, so much success within that Naval Academy program?
Yeah, Navy women's soccer has always been successful. We've had amazing coaches. And I also think like the Alumni Association with this program is absolutely insane. I've talked to many past goalies that have come through that have helped me along my way, along with playing, along with some of the things they did to get prepared for playing. And I think this program has built a legacy, and we always say like add to the legacy. It's one of our sayings. And no legacy like this can be built anywhere else. I mean, we keep our alumni super close, and our coaches. I mean, Karen started this program. She's been here since the beginning. Like you can't just erase like the tradition and legacy she's built.
You mentioned the alumni, and that's one of the great things about the Naval Academy. Almost every sport has a tremendous alumni base. To that extent, do you feel a sense of responsibility to that alumni to hold up the standards that Navy women's soccer has certainly held itself to?
Yes, 100%. We say it before every game. Again, add to the legacy. Our alumni that have come through have done amazing things, and it's really cool to think about the things that they have done. One, I mean, like serving, like going to the moon. Like there's like an astronaut who was our alumni. Like that's crazy. Like that's insane. Nicole, man, like thinking about the stuff that all these alumni people have done is insane. And like all we think about one day is like hopefully we can fill their shoes. Hopefully we can be half the woman they were, and honor them with our playing, because I know they would give 100%.
What's it like to be on a team where the four letters on your jersey means so much to yourselves, but in the Patriot League, those four letters usually have a target attached to them every year because of the quality that you all have brought? How do you try to block that pressure that comes with being one of the better programs out, knowing every night you're getting somebody's best shot?
Every time you win, the target always gets bigger, and especially being on Navy, the target is always the biggest. I think the pressure is good, actually. I like the pressure. I like having the target on our back, and showing teams that no matter how you train for us, how hard you train for us, we will always come out and we will win. And we will show you that no matter how hard you work, we have been working harder.
Obviously, you had great parents and a sister, but there are other people that were instrumental in influencing you as you came up through the ranks, and obviously allowed yourself to develop into a Division I player.
Yeah, so the first person who comes to mind was Molly Swagger. She graduated. She was a senior when I was a freshman. And, I've never seen someone love Navy women's soccer as much as her, or love soccer in general. Definitely coming up, and, it's hard being two goalies. And I definitely think she was a role model to me, coming up as a plebe and getting that start at Virginia Tech. And she really helped shape me and prepare me for games and put the mindset in. Like, I definitely think a lot of Plebe was me trying to play for her and try to get her be like, hey, you did good today, Mattie. I think it was a lot of her trying to please her. And she is one of my best friends to this day. And I still think I held her gloves are still in the locker room. I put them on mine because I want to remind myself, like, you're playing for something greater than yourself. You're playing for the Alumni. You're playing for Molly. You're playing for your family. Like, it's just a reminder. But she has helped me in so many ways I can't even count in life and soccer. And I'll forever be grateful for her mentorship and helping me get through this place.
Final question for you. How different is the Mattie Gallagher now than the one that was trying to beat the likes of Upper Marion and Pottsgrove and Roberts the week at Boyertown High?
I would say same personality, different drive. In Boyertown, I played for an amazing coach, Coach Goddard. He instilled in me, play for something greater than yourself, and he built the drive I think I have today. I just don't think it's reached this potential. I think Navy brought a lot more out of me just because how competitive it is here. But I like Boyertown me. I always have. I think Boyertown me played with a lot of fun, a lot of kind of no worry. And here, I think I'm a lot more not conservative in my play, but a lot more military-like, I would say. I'll have to be a little bit more serious than I would be in my high school days. But I think I can't complain on who I've started to become, and I like the path I'm going on.
There's no doubt. Your roommate gave some similar answers last week. Naval Academy is in unbelievable hands with the two of you. Mattie, appreciate so much of your time today. Continued success to you and your teammates as you pilot through this 2022 season.
Thank you so much, Peter. Thanks for having me.